I'm Corinita, and this is Mental Health Monday. As you all know, I've been doing the 8 dimensions of wellness. But this week, I thought I'd take a break from that because we are all going through something very unique right now, which is a global pandemic. And many of us, if not almost all of us, are sheltering in place all around the world right now, together, in solidarity. You're not alone in this time. We are all facing the obstacles that pertain to going through a global pandemic. It's pretty intense, it's pretty extreme. Probably only a month ago, I did not know that this was going to be happening. It has changed the world quickly, and change can be really difficult, especially for those of us with mental wellness challenges. Instead of our usual 8 dimensions of wellness, which seemed kind of out of place with everything going on right now, I wanted to talk about mental wellness while sheltering in place. If you've watched some of my other videos or know me in person, have seen me speak publicly about my own mental wellness challenges, then you might know that I have been hearing voices since I was 10 years old. I've dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety in my past, a lot of isolation, feeling afraid of people. These are all things I've learned how to navigate through talk therapy and a lot through peer support, including support groups like Hearing Voices groups. Basically, I just wanted to share what my own experience is with mental wellness because I think it helps to connect with others watching who might have similar challenges and nobody is talking about these things. It's something that I worked hard to move past, being afraid of people, even my own friends and stuff, trying to connect with others. And now I'm left indoors all day. I can go for a walk, but I can't go to the store. I can't socialize with friends in person. When I do go out, as soon as I see someone, I feel terrified again. Into my core, I'm scared that they will get me sick, that I will get sick and pass it to someone else before I know that I'm sick. Someone could die because of me. And this is a lot of pressure on somebody. And these are really very real things in our everyday. And there's no disputing that anymore. It's important to learn how to accept these changes and deal with the fear that comes along with the changes in a healthy way. That is both mindful of what the consequences are of not sheltering in place, but is also mindful of the limitations of humans who are flawed, and we have to make choices every day, and there's no wrong and there's no right, and there's no easy choices to be made in this time. Common mental wellness challenges that I've been hearing from friends or people in the community is feeling isolated, feeling like they can't even walk outside without being looked at like they are a scary person, which, we're all going through, but also it does hurt to feel like you don't belong. Many of us have spent years feeling like we don't belong for one reason or another, whether that be because you hear voices, because you've been formerly incarcerated, because you've had struggles with self-medicating. These things can make us feel pushed out and marginalized, and it can be difficult to deal with emotionally what that means for us. And whether you've gotten past it or not, it is definitely amped up to the extreme right now. Anyone who you do not live with is terrified of you, no matter who you are. And that can bring up a lot of emotions that are difficult for people to deal with. Being stuck inside all day, people want to get active, people want to be out there doing stuff, and that sense of needing to do and do and do when you can't leave your house can cause a lot of anxiety, and it can feel overwhelming, like you have all this energy and you don't know what to do with it. A lot of people I know are experiencing sleep pattern disruptions, myself included. I've had a lot of issues with sleep in the past, and now night and day and days of the week and weeks and months, it feels like it all just blends together when there's no change in your surroundings and there's no routine. And that can cause difficulties with sleep, especially when you're not expending a lot of energy sitting here or there in your house. All of these things and more, you're not alone. And I think a great overarching thing that a lot of people are dealing with right now is just feeling scared and mourning the loss of a peace of mind, mourning the loss of routine, of little things like going outside and not being afraid of catching a life-threatening illness. If you're feeling an overwhelming anxiety, you're definitely not alone. Everybody is scared. Nobody has the answers and nobody knows where this is going. It really sucks that we're going through this. It's really hard, but you're not alone. For example, I'm going through it. So I decided to make this video, and everybody is going through it. You're not alone, and it's not social isolation. We're all doing this in solidarity. We're doing it together. Even though we're separate, we're still together. And so you don't need to feel like you're alone. So what can you do in this time to help with your mental wellness? You can go out for walks if you're comfortable with that, as long as you keep the 6 feet distance from other people. You can find hiking trails and other things that are far away from other people, and you can really just like let that weight off your chest for a while, because when I've gone out for a hike lately and I'm completely away from other people, I feel so relieved because I don't need to worry about who's coughing here or who could possibly be sick around me. And it feels nice to be able to just be in nature and hear the wind and feel the grass and smell the clean air and just be away from my house for a while. So that can be a huge help. And if you don't want to go outside walking because you're too scared, that is okay. Maybe you would be more comfortable with going for a drive. You could go for a long drive, and if you have to fill up gas, just make sure to use some gloves, disinfectant spray if you have some, and hand sanitizer. And make sure to change out your gloves between touching your own personal things and touching public things, so as not for cross-contamination. But that's doing a lot. That's a lot of things that you can do that are in your control to help you feel a little more at ease. You can exercise, even if it's for a short amount of time. Just cut out a little time in your day to get yourself moving. And if you just get those gym clothes on and put on the workout video or whatever it is, and you sit there and you watch the video because you just cannot bring yourself to work out, then you've made the first steps. And just keep doing that until you get there. You can work out. You can still get active. And I promise you, it is going to help you if you can consistently keep your body moving, because it's going to release endorphins. And also it just feels like an accomplishment when you do finish a workout, You feel a little bit more tired too, so maybe you can get some better sleep at night. And overall, it's just a great thing to do to take up a little bit of your time. We have so much of it right now. It's a good thing to try to stay active. And you can still reach out to others. I mean, sure, I can't go over to my friend's house and spend the night and share a meal in person, but I can do a lot of stuff with my friends via the internet. We're very lucky that the internet exists. There are new and evolving ways to connect with our friends and family right now that you can use to connect with others in this time where we need connection more than ever. Cool ideas that I've seen going around for connecting with others is Zoom dinners. If you've heard of the Zoom teleconferencing app, you can have up to 40 minutes for free with 3 or more people. If it's just 2 people, you can have as long as you want for free. But 3 or more, up to 40 minutes for free. You can upgrade to a plan for $15 a month. If you want to pay month to month. If you want to pay yearly, it's $12.99 a month. I've been having friends that they say, all right, get on at this time, bring your dinner. And then they have dinner together and they talk. It's a good way to connect with others, and there'll be stuff we're laughing about. And there'll be stuff that, is weighing heavy on our minds. But it's just a good time to see some new faces outside of the people that we're living with. You can check out some Twitch streams. Josh and I started Twitch streaming back in January, and we've slowly got more and more into it, and I'm seeing more and more how there's community aspects to Twitch streaming. The Twitch streamers seem to know each other, and then the communities start to intermix, and you can chat with others who are in the stream You can chat to the streamers, and some people play like multiplayer video games, so you can play video games with strangers, and it's just a great way to relax and connect with people and not be dwelling too much on what's going on. And there's a website called Netflix Party where everyone can log in and you can watch a Netflix show together, and you can chat on a chat in there, pop yourself a bag of popcorn and hang out with your friends and watch a movie. It's good to take your mind off of things for a while. Another way that I've worked around this is Zoom. You can do a screen share and share audio, and then you can watch shows together. That's how I've been able to watch shows with some of my friends. And that's cool because you only need one Netflix account. You can try playing some remote games. I know there's like a version of Cards Against Humanity that's an app for your phone or on the computer. It's not called Cards Against Humanity. No, it's called something else. I'll find out and I will link it in here. You can play Jackbox games. Those are really fun. Those are something you could definitely play remotely. You just have to have one person to host and probably screen share that. If there are any console games or computer games that you have friends that also play with, play some video games. There's no better time than right now. I mean, what else are you going to do with your free time? You can't go out and go shopping or go to the club or something, so you might as well enjoy yourself right now, because there's nothing wrong with taking a step back from work or, not pursuing something profound like poetry or working out to the max. Some people need to be working and working and working, and that's great that works for them. But if that doesn't work for you, you should not feel ashamed. If you are social distancing and keeping yourself from going out in public and staying in, then you're doing the right thing, no matter what you're doing at home. Whether you're just sleeping and playing video games, good job. You're helping the community. So don't feel bad for playing a video game or just being leisurely, because this is unprecedented times and we need to relax a little bit. It's okay. So you're trying to get active, but you're not into running. You've been for a few walks, but you want to do something a little more full body. There's some apps right now that are free. So there's one called Down Dog, which is mostly a yoga app, but I do believe they have some other workouts on there. And it's free until May 1st right now. So you could totally log in on there, put in how long of a workout you want, what body parts you want to work out. They'll help navigate you to videos that you will want to use. Glow.com/From Our Hearts is another link. They have yoga videos and Pilates videos. I did the Pilates. It was pretty good. And there's Bodyweight Fitness, which is a free app. I read that it's an open source app, so I think people add on to it and stuff, and it should be free forever. So if you have any other suggestions for free apps or videos that you have used that work, like on YouTube and stuff, link them down in the comments. Shout out other YouTube channels. That's fine. I just want to make this a nice resource list for people to pick and choose whatever that they need here. And there's a lot of workouts on YouTube. I did one with my sister the other day that was Les Mills class. And those are usually group classes that you have to pay for to go to 24-hour fitness to take. And those are super intense. If you see Les Mills classes for free online, and you want something intense, take one of those classes. Those are great. Those will get you sweating. You'll be tired after that for sure. For specifically mental health, I think both crisis lines are still available, whether you want to use the Trans Lifeline, the Suicide Hotline, a Domestic Violence Hotline. Those are still up and running. And this is something I didn't know when I had first seen people sharing the suicide hotline, is that you don't need to be in crisis to call these numbers. You don't have to be on the brink of needing to be hospitalized or anything like that. You can just call if you're having a shitty day and you need someone to talk to. And there might be a little bit of a wait. I'm not sure what those hotlines are like right now, but I can only imagine a lot of people are utilizing them. You can get someone to talk to. They're there to listen, and that's good. I've heard about a lot of support groups, peer support groups, becoming online via Zoom, so you can have some peer support in your life. If you're scared to leave your house, but you still need therapy. A lot of therapists and medical professionals, including doctor visits and everything, have been moved to online. So like you can just Zoom call your way in there, and you don't have to leave your house. For me, I get really freaked out just to have to go out to my car and drive somewhere and then touch a doorknob somewhere else. So you can probably find a mental health professional at this time, whether that be a therapist, psychiatrist, or peer support specialist who you can talk to and get services from remotely from the comfort and safety of your house. Another thing you can do for your mental wellness is just create space for you and your friends and family to have a safe and open dialogue about feelings you're having around living through a literal global pandemic. It's not something that happens to everybody. It has ever lived in the existence of the earth. It's very unique to us right now. So it's important that you talk about it. Talk about your feelings. Talk about your feelings with your friends and your family. Just have a Zoom call, have a phone call. Any video messaging would be good. You can do text messaging, email, all sorts of ways to connect with people. But just connect with people and make them feel like you can offer a safe and open environment, because that's where you're going to be able to talk about things that are really bothering you. Lastly, I would say avoid watching too much news. We all know what's going on. We know that the numbers are going and going and going. And it's, when they start slowing down or when something significantly good happens, believe me, you will not miss out on that information. But until then, it's just going to be minute after hour after hour of bad news, the worst case scenario, and a lot of this could happen or that could happen, or maybe none of it could happen. But here we are catastrophizing about what is already a very scary thing happening. And the news and media outlets, they make money the longer you sit there with your eyes on their screen. Maybe tune in for 15 minutes. I guarantee you in 15 minutes you'll get all the information you need to, and it's just going to start again. So watch for 15 minutes if you need to be informed, then turn off your TV set and paint a picture or play with your dog or cat, or give someone you love a phone call, go for a walk, meditate, be alone in stillness and quietness. Find some joy in this time we're spending alone. Being with yourself is an important skill to have, and you can even help develop that in this time. And don't forget that we are going to get through this. This isn't forever. This is for right now and for the short-term foreseeable future. Things move forward no matter what. So you got to keep hope and know that crisis is a catalyst for change. If each of us works on seeing the positive in what is happening, we can work towards making that change for a better future after this all happens. Things will not be the same as before, but that does not mean that they have to be worse than before. They can be better than before. There are a lot of things about society that were not working. At least I can say that for where I live in the US. So this can be a catalyst for change, and change is difficult. Change can be ugly. Change can be painful. The process feels very, very long, but it won't be that long in comparison to the length of our lives and the length of this year or the next 5 years. Just think about the last 5 years in your past and how fast that went by, and how all these things that you wish you would have taken a little more time to enjoy are already gone. So take this moment now to enjoy the things that you can, the people you are sheltering in place with. If you're alone, find joy in this time that you've been given to spend getting to know yourself. Enjoy a little more calmness in the world as far as when you step outside your house, a lot less stuff going on. Enjoy the time to work out. Enjoy the time to cook. Enjoy how ready everybody is to connect with each other over chat or Zoom or video messenger or phone calls. something we probably did not do much, if at all, before this all started happening. And just keep your hope alive, because hope is what's going to get us through this. You're not alone. Anyways, I'll see you next week, and we're going to continue on with the 8 dimensions of wellness. But until then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and don't lose hope. Love you.